X squared plus 4x plus 4. X squared minus 4. X squared minus x minus 6. X squared minus 5x plus 6. Yeah, you already know how to do this one. From chapter 1. If you saw, remember this? Fractions and fractions, we call them complex fractions. How did we handle those back in chapter 1? Chapter 1, quiz number 1. Anybody remember? %80 of math is rewriting stuff in a way that looks familiar. A fraction is shorthand for what? Division. Now, do you know what to do with it? Top divided by the bottom. The same thing there. Write it out. As a horizontally, as a division.
But can you re-explain that? I was copying everything now.
Sure. All I'm doing is it's a fraction in a top, and the big fraction means division. So it's a top number divided by the bottom. If I take even a step back, if you look at 2/3 itself, 2/3 means 2 divided by 3, top divided by the bottom. So instead of a single number, I have a fraction. Okay, so what? It's the top divided by the bottom. Writing it out horizontal. Now, does it look like what we did before? Take the division, change it to make it multiplication, and change this second fraction. We're going to do the same here. Top fraction divided by bottom fraction. Now, just like we did a minute ago, we will flip the second fraction only and multiply instead. Now it looks like a question like we started with.
Okay, so I'm still looking at the original and still figuring out where you put everything. Can you outline in different colors where?
Which when you said the original, you're talking about the 2/3 or the other?
I'm looking at number 29, the original, before you moved anything. I'm having a hard time following it because it's all white.
This is the top fraction. And this will be the bottom part of the fraction.
Oh, okay, and then, okay.
Yeah, it gets kind of complicated to look at when it's got so many little parts to it. Now, do you notice on all these, I have flipped them before I do any breaking it down, factoring. Write yourself a note. Flip before you factor. Because if you don't, I see people starting to factor stuff that doesn't factor. Let's see, the top left will become x plus 2 times x plus 2. Bottom becomes x plus 2 times x minus 2. On the other side, this becomes, I don't have another color. X minus 3 times x minus 2. And the bottom becomes x minus 3 times x plus 2. What can cancel out? Now keep in mind, anything on the top can cancel with anything on the bottom. But two things on the bottom do not cancel. If you have 5 over 5, you see how that cancels. But if you have 1 over 5 times 1 over 5, do these 5s cancel? No, they don't. It's only top to bottom. And it doesn't matter if it's in the same fraction or in opposite fractions. Because if you have like 6 over 8, you can reduce that to 3 over 4, can't you? What you're doing, you're factoring out the 2. That one can cancel here. This one can cancel there. This cancels with this. And holy cow, did anybody see this? Is a fancy way of writing the number 1. Who'd have thought? Some of them you will cancel down all the way down to just a single number. Some of them you'll break all apart and nothing cancels. How you gonna know? Not. It's like riding a unicycle. How many of you can ride a unicycle? Exactly. I mean, anybody juggle here? Yeah, no, me either.
In the blue, is that an x plus 2 and then x minus 2?
Yep. Because x squared minus 4 is the difference of squared. So the rest of this is just very similar. It's all kinds of stuff like that. Just be diligent. So where can we go after that? Now, we're supposed to have the quiz over this chapter next Tuesday. We might push it to next Thursday. But definitely look at this stuff ahead of time. Don't wait till you walk into class Thursday. Well, I haven't even looked at this. So tell me. What if we're adding and subtracting instead? This is 7.3.